I've taught for approximately 19 years, and I have worked with our principal for several years. And when she came over, she had asked me if I was interested in coming and teaching at Manitou. I had to put a lot of thought into it. Teaching is my heart, and I knew I either wanted to be an elementary teacher or a high school math teacher. And when I had the opportunity to do the high school math, I jumped on it. The highest grade level I had worked with in the public school was junior high, and probably the majority of those kids came from homes that were more stable. They went home, they knew where they were going at night, and many probably hadn't faced the trials that these young men have faced. Hearing their stories is what impresses upon me my need to be here every day. Probably be the change you want to see in the world, because I think these young men, they don't believe in themselves a lot of times, and they think their past defines them, and all it takes is just one opportunity for them to change and be what they want to be in the world. The fact that they can come in and do what we're doing in math. I walk in the morning and see what we're able to accomplish the day before, knowing that these kids haven't been in school in a long time. School was not a priority. They hated school. They did everything they could to avoid it. And the fact that they're being successful, they're becoming to believe in themselves. They're able to respect themselves. We have some that come in that can read at what is a pre-primer level, like a kindergarten level, up to college level. And seeing those gaps in class as far as math goes, we're still doing addition, subtraction on our fingers, multiplication on our fingers. Yet we're able to do multi-step equations or graph parabolas, and they're being successful with it. It's kind of a gasp and like an, oh, to be working with young men that have a past is difficult for some people to understand and to comprehend why we would want to do this. Every day when I get here, it's a new day. You never know what to expect. You never know what life has been like on the unit the night before, the morning before. It's a new challenge every day. And some days school is not about math. It's not about what we're learning. It's about a life lesson. How do we deal with maybe something that went on unit, or whatever's going on right then for them. Sometimes it has nothing to do with core curriculum. Seeing the growth in these young men and being able to take the stuff that they're doing and share with others and say, look what this kid is able to do. Seeing a kid that would tell me, Ms. Parsons, I can't do this, and just not participate. And being able to walk them through one problem, then another problem, and get them to do one on their own, then get them to do two on their own. And by the end of the semester, they're doing them all on their own and feeling positive and successful.